Alrighty, welcome back. Hope you guys are ready to learn and excited to learn. So, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be taking a look at internet history, particularly at cookies, and a little bit about the Skype log that we found. So, a cookie is a small piece of text which is sent to your browser by a website. And basically, cookies store information about the website that you visited and kind of help the website remember what you did and help your computer remember what you did on that website. Like if you've ever had a password be auto-filled on a website, it's possible that that is because of a cookie. There are also different ways that happens, like with like a password manager, which is probably what most websites or web browsers, are shifting towards. But cookies will remember maybe if you are on a certain website and you performed a certain action that got you to a certain place and you went back to that website, maybe a cookie would let the website know that's where you were last time and put you back in that spot. So cookies are going to be structured like the name of the cookie, the content of the cookie, so what's in the cookie. Could be a session ID used by the website. So if the website says, okay, in this session, this user did this, and then they gave you that session ID, you can tell the website when you come back, here was my session ID from last time, please bring me back to where I was. And this can also be exploited, which is not really something we're going to be looking at right now, but if you can figure out someone else's session ID and that's how the website functions, you can say, hey, I'm this session ID, like this is where I was last time, and kind of spoof the website into thinking you are someone else. I just thought that was an interesting aside. Okay, next is accessible to script, and if you were on HTTPS, this is going to have the value of yes, and if HTTP or HTTP, you're going to have no. HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and HTTPS is Secure Hypertext Transfer Protocol, so it's more secure. Created when it was created and expires when it's going to expire. If a date or time is not specified, then the cookie is going to be there forever, basically, until it's deleted. So to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what cookies look like, this is Amazon, and these are all different cookies right here that Amazon has on my account. Pretty sure they can't really be used to log into my account, so I'm just going to show you them. I don't really care. Anyway, basically we can get all this data about a cookie, when it was created, where, for what, when it expires. Host only, HTTP only is kind of what we're talking about right here. Last accessed, bunch of other stuff. And again, this is kind of this next little bit right here is referring more to here, like name. Content is going to be the same thing as value in this case. Domain, path, expires. It's a little bit different. It's on Firefox, so their viewer is a little bit different, but same kind of general thing. You can go to a random website if you want to look for cookies like that, in case you guys are interested. And SQLite, which is a database that a lot of websites use to keep track of usernames and passwords, among other things, keeps track of cookies in this form, which is something you guys can look at as well. So, what next? We hopefully remember from last time that Mr. Craig Tucker happened to install Chrome because his buddy said Chrome's so much better, right? So we're going to want to look for some cookies on Chrome, among other things. But he also hated Internet Explorer, and that's what he was using initially, right? So we're going to want to look for Internet Explorer cookies as well. And so because I ran a bunch of ingest modules, I actually ran them all. I've got all these cookies right here. So you guys can run that ingest module. Or another option, which is one that the PDF goes over, is go to Users, Craig, App Data, Local, Google, Chrome, User Data, Default, and actually in the default. So in the default, we're going to have this cookies right here. It's going to have 2 cookies. Interesting. Okay, more than 2 cookies. Just kidding. Haha. So these are quite a few cookies this guy has right here. He's been on Google, 4chan. It's telling us a session IDs, some other valuable information. And that's something you guys can look at, see if you can find some evidence that could possibly be incriminating. And the other one we can go ahead and take a look at is Internet Explorer's app data as well. So if we go to Internet Explorer right here, and so if you were looking for Internet Explorer cookies, they'd be in here. So, okay. We're going to go ahead and go back to Chrome. Take a look at user data. Default. And we're going to click on history. So if we go to results now, we can check out that he accessed Mail Live at Chrome. It's some of his recent activity. If we go to cookies, back to cookies, we can also click on results. It's pretty helpful. Also history, there were multiple tabs that you can click through. You can see where he's been, basically. Very helpful. SkyDrive, remember SkyDrive from earlier. If we didn't find it then. There was Windows 8 support, what 4chan, just a bunch of history to look through. And it's the same dealio for cookies. And so now I'm going to go over the fact that it's basically the same thing for extracted content. That's what the PDF wanted me to cover. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to move on to chat logs, which, us being smart cookies, we extracted that Skype database log so we don't have to re-find it. One thing we do have to do is go to this website. I'll put the link in the description again, and I scroll down, click download Skype log view, and what that's going to do is we are going to get this zip folder, can extract it as we have done for the last few. I'll bring it over here, and then open it, right? Run the exe, run the executable. Okay, select the file name. So if I go to my desktop, expand my desktop. So I guess I didn't put it where I thought I did, so I'm going to re-find it really quickly. So if you wanted to, you can also find the database by going to this directory. It's going to be C, users, Craig, app data, local, packages, Microsoft Skype app, local state, live coupon king, and then we're going to go to what's going to be in here called main.db, which is the file we also tagged earlier because it was suspicious. I mean, it was a Skype log. I guess it wasn't, suspicious is not the correct word, sorry. It was something of value that we could investigate. So I'll go to desktop now. It should be here. Maybe I need to restart the app. Alright, so that was my mistake. I was being silly. I had to select the folder, not the file itself. Anywho, we now have this up and running, so we can kind of look through what went on during these chats. You can also, as we were doing before, look through the indented text as so, but it's substantially harder to read. So basically the point of the Skype log view is to help us read this more easily. With that being said, that's the end of this lesson. So hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. And if you're like me, you probably think cybersecurity rocks. Wouldn't it be nice to sign up for the California Cyber Innovation Challenge? It's sedimentary, my dear Watson.